Hello adventurers and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going on a little bit of an adventure. This is a different kind of adventure, but I think you'll enjoy coming along just the same. Now, as I've been sharing my life over the past 6 years, you've seen me go through a variety of different interesting bunny kinds of things here on the channel. I have a big maskimal, which is a big head that I can wear and take pictures in. I had a little white bunny finger puppet that my mom made for me. I searched high and low and found this guy right here, who is a black-tailed rabbit. It's a little jackrabbit that I found. It took me years to find this guy, but today I found something that they're actually offering kind of across the country, and it's an Easter promotion. Now, you're watching this after Easter, so I just wanted to share that this promotion is actually over, but today we're going to go and find a new bunny to add to the collection, and I am so excited. But I have to figure out exactly where the Lego store is. That's right, today we're going to Lego. The fact is, it's been heating up here in Arizona, and I told you guys that once it starts to get warm, I'm out of here. But I have an event in a few days, so I don't want to leave just yet because I am going to Weird Wild West in Bisbee, and so therefore I can't leave yet. So I thought I would find some indoor attractions that I could go to, and in the search of these indoor attractions, I found Legoland, and when I found Legoland, I found a Lego promotion for bunnies, which I never thought was like a thing. I went to look a little bit deeper into this, and I realized that throughout the year they have various kinds of promotions like this where you can come in and build your own character, or you can build your own vehicle, or you can build your own, in this case, bunny. And so this is just a fun kind of thing that I kind of thought was a unique and different thing that you could do, that you could customize a little character for your own adventures. And I think that that's really, really fun. Now, again, this isn't our typical adventure, and so I understand that some of you are going, okay. But at the same time, this is going to be super fun, and you guys are coming with me as I seek out our new little bunny mascot. I am so thrilled about this. This brought such a smile to my face, and I thought, this is right in time, just what I needed today. Now, if you've been following the channel for a little while, you know I've kind of had some ups and downs while I've been here in Arizona. I have had an accident. I found mold in my van. I hurt my hand. Let's see, what else? The list continues. This has been probably one of the rougher stretches for me when it comes to travel. Throughout 6 years of travel, I've been pretty fortunate, but along the way, there are some hiccups and some bumps and bruises. So this is a good way for me to kick back and enjoy myself and do something for myself. I always encourage you guys to find the little bits of joy that bring a smile to your face, and it can be something absolutely silly. It doesn't have to be a grand adventure. It doesn't have to cost a lot. It can be something small that's meaningful to you. And so I thought, what better thing for us to go and do today than something just like that? So now it's time for me to find a Lego store and map it out. So let's get to Googling, or rather Apple Maps, because as you guys know, I trust Apple Maps a bit more than I do Google these days. I've been betrayed. I've been betrayed a lot by Google. Of course, before we hit the road, I always secure the patches. I just do a once over to make sure everything is in place, especially as it starts heating up. Sometimes that can cause things to do some weird stuff. I also go in and secure my curtain. Again, heat does weird stuff, so we're making sure everything is good before we hit the road. Okay, I got my air conditioner cranking. We found Arrowhead Town Center, and there's a Lego store there, so let's go check it out. We're pretty close. Okay, we made it to the mall, guys. Now we have to find the Lego store, and I think it's on the bottom floor. Maybe we can find a map. That might be a good way to start this journey. Looks like there's a QR code for this. Okay, it's on the first floor. I'm on the second floor, and it's all the way down that way, but there's an escalator this way, so let's go find it. Okay guys, a little unfortunate update. I went to the place to go get the bunny, and they're doing it only as a promotion, and so you have to come within certain hours, and that wasn't on the ad that I saw, so unfortunately I won't get to do a bunny today. So I'm gonna find a Lego bunny somewhere, just not today. So instead I stopped off to get some boba tea, and I'm gonna treat myself nicely, and then we're gonna go downstairs and see them taking some Easter bunny photos before we head out. Now I could technically go get my picture with the Easter Bunny, but there is a line there, so we're not doing that. Instead, we're just gonna take this and go outside. Okay, that didn't work out at all how I planned, but you know, that's life. That's how my life's been going lately. So this is just another example, but I did go into a mall, and I hadn't been into a mall in, well, quite some time. But interesting experience. Same stores, mostly same stuff. Yeah, we're gonna find something else to do today. That did get us out of this heat for a few minutes though. Wow. Came back out to the van, and look at this. Can you see that? It's confused. It wants to be 96, but it's kind of 95. It doesn't really know where it needs to be. And almost immediately, as soon as I came outside, I started to sweat. Woo! You could see it on my forehead especially. Oh my goodness. So a lot of you guys don't know this, but Aussie Van Man is actually from the Phoenix area and has a static job here. And he survives here all summer long. And I honestly don't know how. Because once it starts to get warm, I start finding things that are indoor attractions, or I start to melt just a little bit. And so I think our time here in Phoenix will be over shortly. I'm not sure exactly how much more time I can spend here, because I don't have thick enough skin to be inside an uninsulated van during the heat, that's for sure. So yeah, we're gonna look for some creative alternatives until our event, and then probably head north at some point to get out of the heat just a little bit and see what happens. Oh man, summertime is never fun when you can't go to a place that is cooler. It's just not. And so even though today I was trying to find something that would lift my spirits and make me smile and bring a new bunny to the van, it didn't work out. And it is what it is. We could be upset, or we can think positive and just think, okay, let's go find something else to do. Now, in a little while, I do have an adventure that I'm going to be going on that you'll see here on the channel that's just kind of a cool adventure, and it's something that I really wanted to do. However, I was trying to preserve as much of the day as I could by staying inside. Now, there are several museums I could go to, and I've gone to several here on the channel that you've seen. And there's several more that I could be going to that I have planned and lined up for other days, kind of between here and the event, to keep cool. But today, oh today, it's just been up and down. We've been through the cold, we've been through the really bad rains, we've been through the winds, now we're coming into the heat, and that is a regular, typical, normal, everyday piece of van life. For those of you who are not expecting to experience weird stuff like that, this is the cautionary tale for you guys. Ah, you can see the sweat. It's gleaming on my skin. Oh, wow. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Phoenix area and how hot it does get, I implore you to start watching Brock's channel, just because he talks a lot about how he melts during the summertime and how he kind of stays alive during that time. It is something that is something you would want to hear about if you're ever stuck in the heat, because he does have some pretty interesting tips. But along the way, we aren't on that same journey. We just aren't. So I've been looking at various locations that I want to go to during the time after I get my van fixed, and I'm not exactly sure where that's going to take me just yet, but I'm thinking it's probably going to take me north or south. I'm not exactly sure. Now, the south gets pretty hot during the summertime, so it would have to be the earliest part of the summer where I could go there. And that would be great because I haven't been able to cover some of those states. However, there's an entire band of northern states that I haven't really touched on. So that's kind of where I'm kind of called to go to, I think. So maybe we'll go to South Dakota. Maybe we'll go to North Dakota. Maybe we'll go to Wisconsin and Michigan, and we'll see what happens. But as of right now, you know, there's a lot of things going through my little noggin up here. And on days like today, it really makes me start considering those things more and more. Now again, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be in Texas whenever I have to get my van fixed. So based on that, that will dictate where I go exactly on how I like to move and groove. I don't mind traveling in the summertime to places that are a little bit warmer because I can usually stay pretty decently cool. But when it gets into the 90s like it is getting into the 90s here, We don't want that. No, we do not. Even with an air conditioner, it's impossible to combat that kind of heat, no matter where you are, because you're stuck in the direct sun with no shade. If I had some shade, an air conditioner could help because it would be covering me and allowing me some relief. However, whenever you're in the open desert, no shade, even with an air conditioner, it can be quite hot. And I don't want any part of that. So I think what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day, instead of stressing out about finding someplace else to go, I think I'm gonna start looking on my little maps and maybe expanding and planning a little bit. That could be a good way to pass my time. And you know, there's a lot of different resources that I use to give me some cool stuff. I've covered that on another video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. It's how I save money, but also find cool things to do. So maybe I'll go to a grocery store, because here in the Phoenix area, they have these shade structures, which are made of solar panels that you can park under. And oh my goodness, it's so much cooler there. So maybe I'll go do that until I have to go to my other thing. And while I'm doing that, I can expand and look at maps and kind of plot my course as to where I might want to go. Now, if you guys have any suggestions as to cool things that you would like to see me do in states that I haven't been, leave them in the comments below, because I am looking for some suggestions. And I know several of you have asked me if I would go to Michigan, several have asked me if I would come to Wisconsin, several have asked me if I would come to Illinois, and so those are all good states. But what should I do when I'm there? You know, I like to get new brain wrinkles and share cool stories with you all. So is there anything that you think would be awesome here on the channel that you would like to see a little bit more of, or a place that you might have heard of but not ever been able to go to that you would like to see me expand upon, so that it could be like a little digital field trip, so to speak? I'm always up for good suggestions. And with that said, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up and get to it, because I have a lot of planning ahead and I have a short time to do it. As of the time of this video, it's not quite Weird Wild West. And so as soon as Weird Wild West is over, I'm beelining to Texas so we can have a little moment where we talk to the insurance and say, come on guys, let's get this fixed. Please, let's get this fixed. I want to get back out on the road soon. But I'm also going to give you guys some updates on my dad's van and some other things that are going on back at base camp. So there's lots of cool stuff that we'll still be doing. But while I'm there, I'm going to be planning for what's in the future, and I need your help. So this is your time to shine, guys. In the comments, let me know, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.